Joining me now from our bureau in Washington, D.C., former Border Patrol chief under Barack Obama, Mark Morgan. Mark, and there was this is what, 376 in the Yuma sector, almost simultaneously in New Mexico, another 250. Now, I went to a state university, so it takes me a little while to do the math, but that's more than 600 in just a span of a couple of days. We can't keep going like this.
Greg, that's absolutely right. And I agree with what you just said. It's both. It really represents what the president's trying to say is this is both a national security and humanitarian crisis. By building the wall as part of that multi-layered approach of infrastructure, technology, and personnel, not only will we be able to stop bad people and bad things coming in, or at least drastically reduce that, but then we're also going to take away the avenue of the coyotes and the cartels from pushing forth these family units and unaccompanied minors and stop them from taking this perilous track, which that is abuse. I agree with you 100%.
And the caravans. So this is a real eye-opener from CIS, Center for Immigration Studies. They've been tracking caravans. This is not a new thing. If you look at the map just from last year, they've been plotting all of the caravans that have headed toward our southern border, and you're talking dozens of them. And what happens, Mark, you know this well, because you've been in the system for many, many years as a border agent and then chief. You know what's happening is that once these people are over our border, we simply cannot process them like we normally would under normal circumstances. In other words, the system is being overwhelmed by this swarm of people.
Not only, that's absolutely right, not only is the system being overwhelmed, just think of that, about that, 60,000 in 1 month. That should tell the American people right there that this is a crisis and our limited resources, even though we're the greatest country on earth, we still have a limited resource. It's overwhelming. But also what that should represent is the humanitarian crisis of this, is that these folks, they understand because our broken asylum laws and bad, horrible case precedent like the Flores case, which just randomly, right, says they pick a day out of the thin air that says we can't hold minors past X number of days. What that tells people as this great pull factor is if you step 1 foot on American soil, even though it's illegally, you're going to be allowed into the interior United States. What a tremendous pull factor. Oh. So our broken asylum laws and other policies are actually encouraging them to do what they're doing and risk their own lives.
Do you have any hope? We had Rodney Scott on this program. He's the San Diego Border Patrol Chief Sector
I know
on
him
this
well.
program. Yeah, I'm sure you do. 1,900, he says, in his sector. Or overall along the border, 1,900 a day. Again, that's not sustainable. But when you look at this now that you're kind of outside the administration, you know, I'm sure you have some sort of partisan leaning, but when you look at the machinations of what's going on in the new Congress with Democrat control of the House of Representatives, there really are two channels going on here, as you mentioned. There is a border security channel, and then there's an immigration law channel. We need to have both. We need to have robust, permanent border security, but we also need to have the immigration law overhauled and these loopholes closed. That's what we're talking about, you and I. We're talking about the loopholes. They need to be closed. Do you have any hope, given the current Congress, that this might happen?
Well, so, Graham, I think what you just said is the narrative that we really should be focusing on. And it goes along with one of my taglines that I'll say in just a second is that, yes, we need more immigration law judges. Yes. We need to fix our broken asylum laws. Yes. We need to correct the bad case decision like the Flores. Yes. We need to fix our overstay visa. Yes. We need to make sure that Mexico gets in the game instead of setting back like they have been. Yes. We need to work with the Central American countries to help their economic equality. And we need the wall in between the points of entry. We need to do it all, including the wall. This shouldn't be one or the other. And but to be honest with you, the way the hard lines are being drawn right now, I don't have a lot of hope.
There is a huge cost to illegal immigration, and this is the other side of the coin, and we can't ignore this. And the Center for Immigration Studies, once again, is keeping track of this. The costs, they're keeping a counter going. It's hundreds of billions of dollars. Just the number of aliens crossing this year alone, they have it at 9,500, Mark. That's a low number given what we know, that 1,900 a day. It's much more than that. And by the way, we don't know exactly how many illegal immigrants are in this country.
Want to see more videos like this? Click on the link below and subscribe to One American News on YouTube. And call your cable provider and kindly demand that One American News is added to your lineup. Call and subscribe today.